about it. That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the ground, it's Copper. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Here's the handoff. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive.
A shot toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Jet sweep to the edge. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job by the defense there, slowing down that jet sweep. And a big key was the defensive end containing the play, forcing the receiver to cut back inside to where all the traffic was.
The inside handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it.
Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, first down. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Running back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Forced out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. They'll take the touchdown off the board, a costly offensive pass interference penalty. Remember, both guys have a right to fight for the ball. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, look out! And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. And they get the sack just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
They'll go to the ground. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback, disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Going deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that.
Looking for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do a great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers.
Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On second down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Waddle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Auburn going to work with another first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On second down, he's looking downfield. They've got the screen set up. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the pass rush. They know if they can get to this QB, they can hit him and force these incompletions.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Marshall. Got his man quickly. No, what a move! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Texas A&M going quickly. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll let one go down the right side. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quickly complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. He tries to take the top off. It's complete. A huge pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his spot. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On the move. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Marshall. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Off play action. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Got a man. It's Waddle. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Auburn lines up quickly.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Tackled immediately after the catch. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Catch in the middle, it's Lawrence. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Now on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. The throw makes a grab enough for the 1st. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
On the move, it's Cutler. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. The Tigers have pushed it inside the 20. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? The expressway is wide open. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Gets it out quickly. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Quarterback adapted. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Now, a 4th down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Let's go! Quarterback will keep it. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense...
He's going to let it go. Pass on the way. It's kicked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up. His third interception. First down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick strike complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Auburn lines up quickly.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game. And
the heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the...
Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it. A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. First down here for the offense.
Here we go.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Runs through a tackle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the...
Touchdown, Aggie! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Navy was anything but dominant today, but the midshipmen are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Cup. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping it up. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Texas A&M going up tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Delivers the contact. Touchdown, Aggies! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The snaps, it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
2nd down.
Looking to pass. It's Lynch. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They want that clock to run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. He'll run it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been